Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of General Geekery. I am Brian, and with me, as always, is JD.
Hello.
This is going to be. Oh, yep, Alice heard you.
Hi, Alice. Hi, puppy.
I told her that we were going to podcast, and I knew that as soon as she heard your voice, she would come.
That's funny.
Yep.
Hi, Alice.
This is going to be part one of two episodes, and it's kind of my guilty pleasure at this point in time, and that's uh, as it says on my shirt, which was just incidental. It's part one of our two Operation Monster Force episodes. This is kind of the pre-release episode, simply because JD has his first Monster Force figure that he is going to unbox. One of the Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Troopers, which is
Yeah,
probably one of the coolest figures in the line.
yeah. Because when Brian got his, last year, you sent me a text with pictures of this figure, and I was immediately like, "Oh my god!" Um, so, you know what? I'm impressed with the packaging. Like, uh,
Oh yeah, the window box packaging with
yeah.
the comic book art, and there is a free version of the comic art on. You can get it on as a PDF on Big Bad Toy Store's website right now,
Oh, that's cool.
and it will give you a little bit of backstory into the the whole line. Because this JD was saying just before the show, he's like, "Wait a minute, Dracula's the good guy," and
Yeah, because I was reading the the description on the back, and let's see, says the Forgotten King was so vile his name was erased from Egyptian history. Everything that sent after was killed and reanimated into a zombie. And then worried that Forgotten King's reign of terror will not be able to be stopped. De- Declan Van Helsing, the military uh, enlists Declan Van Helsing, and he goes against Van Helsing's family wishes and opens the tomb where Count Dracula is. And you know things are bad when Dracula has to be the voice of reason.
yeah, so no kidding. So basically, what these guys are, these Delta Red troopers, is there are special forces guys. They're not real clear if they're SEALs or Delta Force or Rangers or I think I saw somewhere that it's combination of like some from all of the teams.
Like
Um,
G.I. Joe,
yeah,
a
pretty
little
much
bit of everybody. Yeah.
that. Dracula, uh, they use some of Dracula's blood and turn them into temporarily turn them into vampires. Because the Forgotten King is not able to control the vampires.
The stand looks like a
Tombstone.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's that's a cool design.
Yeah, it was hard
Oh,
not to use those.
and now there's oh good, there's twist ties, no little stupid bands that I have to cut. No, have to figure out the twist tie.
Yeah, I just cut mine anymore. I've got a pair of scissors on my customizing table just for cutting twist ties.
Well, I'm doing this right at the moment where I am because I took my glasses off before. I don't know where I took them off at. I can't find them. So
Story of my life.
yeah, so I pretty much have to be in clear seeing distance of the computer.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised my wife hasn't smothered me with my pillow in my sleep for setting my glasses down as many times as I have.
Dude, I hate this. You'd think I'd be able to, but no. And my spare pair of glasses broke last week. So
Yeah,
yeah.
these are my spare pair of glasses because I got so tired of the bifocals that I said fuck it, and the frames were shitty. So
Oh, you stopped wearing the bifocals?
yeah,
Yeah, done with all that then.
Yep. I went back to the old pair of glasses that I have. I just need to get my new prescription put in these. Anyway, so yeah, we were talking about it on the show. There's four variations, technically four variations of this particular figure. Um, JD has the uh gosh, I've got to have some material in front of me because it's all uh JD has the season one, and I love the fact that they're calling the waves seasons. I think that's just kind of a neat little nuance to that. Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Trooper. The accents on this are kind of tan and red, along with the um,
That that vampire sculpt is amazing.
yeah, the comes with three interchangeable heads on this. So you've got the plain vampire head. You have the one with the faceplate that goes up, and then you have kind of a high tech, just just like all
A
kinds.
bag full of gear.
Yeah, tons of gear. Literally, I think this is probably at this point in time the best figure in the line, just because of the playability of the figures. And that's, I mean, that's to me, it's a tough choice because this whole line is just fucking amazing. And I did mention that this is going to be the first part of two episodes because I have all of the next whatever comes out next, I have it all pre-ordered. So as soon as that pre-order drops, which should be any day, we're going to do another episode and we're going to do an unboxing of all that stuff. And we have tried to get Bill Murphy on the show. Yeah,
That is cool.
yeah, I absolutely love it.
That is cool.
Yeah, I love that helmet. That is such a cool design. It's very Alley Viper-esque. And there's the high-tech helmet.
That is cool. I like the design. I like the colors on it.
Yeah,
I like that there's something vaguely War Machine-ish about it.
yes.
Um,
So
um,
JD has the Delta Red Nocturnal Operations figure, um, also which is currently in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. They do have them in stock right now.
yeah,
Um,
I was surprised because when I went looking last week, because I needed Dreadnought Torch, and because I have the other three Dreadnoughts, and I needed Torch, and Amazon didn't have him, eBay had him, but I refused to pay half the price of the figure for shipping. Um, yeah, so many torches listed at 25 and then 983 shipping. No. So as long as I'm paying shipping from Big Bad anyways, I figured, well, let's go see what they have in stock. Let's see if they have any monster for it. Oh my god, they have Delta. They have the Delta Red. So
I was surprised to see that. So the other one that actually is in stock as well is the Delta Red Urban Operations Trooper, and I have one of those. I have two of those sitting here.
I was gonna say I don't even know if I know what that one looks
It's got blue and green accents. So the body armor is
like.
like a
Oh, okay.
drab green with blue accents. The helmet's the same. The face I think is a little different. Well, no, I think it might actually be the same. Yeah, no, it's the same head. So I have both of them. Here are the two urban operations. One with
Okay.
but you can see the shoulder armor has a metallic blue to it,
Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay.
and then the body armor and the straps are olive drab green, whereas they're tan on the version that you have. And I have mine sitting here as well. It's funny because when you said that you had yours pre-ordered, I went and got mine off the shelf, and I've been playing with them for the last couple of days. I got my flu shot day before yesterday, and so usually don't feel well after that, so I just like laid on the
Yeah,
couch.
I was just gonna say. So, how do you feel?
So yeah, the after I got it, I just like laid on the couch and played with my Monster Force guys.
Um, that's the that's the grown up version of staying home from school. Um, so I like the fact that the gear is big enough to slip over the knee pads.
Yeah, I still used a hair dryer just to get it on a little quicker.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if it would, and it does. These things are really well made.
Yeah.
When the when the head pops off to switch the head, there's no there's plenty of give, but it stays on easily. Like
These are
I don't know,
easily some of the highest quality figures that I've ever had.
they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really good.
A little more expensive than the GI Joe Classified, but man, once you have
Yeah, but you get what you pay for.
yeah, once you have it in hand, you see where that money went. There are no floppy weapons with these guys. Uh, the the realism in the detail is just phenomenal. The paint apps are amazing. They went all out with these. They're just fantastic figures.
Cool.
And yeah, that's a ton of gear. All like the body armor's removable, shoulder pads are removable. Um, it came with a pistol, uh,
A
like
knife I don't want to lose.
yeah, a knife. I put mine in the small of, there's a port in the small of his back. Here, I'll grab
Oh,
mine.
there's actually elbow pads too.
I don't think I have the elbow pads on mine. And I actually have a second one of these sitting in my pile of loot right now because
Oh,
it's
there's two pistols.
they're too cool not to have more than one for me. But mine, I've got the loadout, so he's got an extra magazine on his left thigh, pistol on his right. I put this knife in the small of his back. The knife is removable, comes right out. And then he comes with a scar for a weapon, which is ultra detailed. I don't know that Gridiron did the weapons for this particular line, but they are for this particular wave, but they are doing the weapons going forward. So that should tell you the quality of the weapons that comes with it. Um, is that these might not be Gridiron weapons, but they're on the same quality.
And I did see on the Facebook page they're doing spotlights on the upcoming characters, and one of them is the Commander Gridiron figure. So that looks just like Mark Van Cannon.
Yep, sure does.
Um,
Which is
yeah, I like that the arm it slips right on, no problems at all.
yeah.
Um, and stays in place. I don't feel any particular need to glue it down like I do on the secondary accessories on the classified line because
Yep.
sometimes they're a little floppy. Or
The holster on mine thigh could be glued in place to because it's a little loose in the peg hole, but it's not bad. I was also going to mention if you're watching this episode when it comes out, because I'll have it up shortly after we do this. Tonight, Marauder is launching the release of the first four figures from the Vietnam Kickstarter. Those will be up tonight. Uh, the Rifleman, the Grenadier, and then two VC, I believe. I'm going to pick up the two American guys tonight.
What is this thing?
It's part of a face mask. It goes on the helmet. It's interchangeable with the face mask on the helmet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So you can have the
The skull.
painted skull or the, okay.
Yeah. And I absolutely love the helmets. I mean, like I said, I think they're very Alley Viper-esque,
Oh,
which,
yeah.
which is one of my all-time favorite G.I. Joe figures is the Alley Viper. And yeah, I cannot wait. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
So I mean, really you've got four options for a head on this guy. You've got the completely unmasked, you've got the helmet with this with two different swing up face plates, and then the like techno helmet.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, it's this they are just phenomenal figures. I absolutely love these figures. Um and I was able to get the three convention exclusive figures. Two of them came out last year. Uh, there was a translucent red Dracula and a translucent blue Forgotten King. Um, and it was a whole drama because they got one of them got lost in the mail.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So I ended up buying a second one. The guy refunded it, and then I ended up buying a second one, and then it looked like that one was going to get lost in the mail too. So I bought another one, and then both of those showed up.
It's amazing you were even able to get multiples of it because usually the exclusives for lines like this are you're lucky if you get a chance at it.
It's been really interesting with the exclusives because when they came out, they were really hard to get. Now they're not they're going for reasonable-ish prices. I think just due to the fact that it's taking so long for these figures to get out that the interest in this, I'm not saying it's going away, but it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And uh Big Bad Toy Store is partnered with Fresh Monkey Fiction, and I think they are doing an amazing job with PR. It's like, yeah, okay, we don't have the figures in hand yet, but here's some awesome pictures. They post something almost daily. So they're doing a good job keeping the interest in the line without having the product all of the new product available, which I think is pretty smart.
Man, this is so good.
So yours has the blue.
Yeah.
So what color is his vest then? Is it green?
Uh, Green. Yeah.
Okay, so you have the urban one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely green.
Yeah. Okay, so JD has the urban version. Again, that's the blue with the green. And I don't know if it says on the box.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Uh,
And on the back of the box, it's got Van Helsing, the Delta Red, the Count Dracula, the Forgotten King, the Sleepwalker, Heavy Weapons, Sleepwalker, Crimson Moon, and Sleepwalker, Obsidian Elite Guardsman.
yeah.
Really heavy duty packaging too.
Yeah, no, the I haven't thrown out the packaging yet, and I'm glad I didn't, because what I did with my extra um exclusive figures is I put them in,
No, it's a good idea.
yeah. So there's the JoeCon exclusive figure in the original because the when you buy it, it just comes in a plastic bag with a piece of cardboard stapled to the top. I mean, here's how it looks when you get them. I mean, they just so
Yeah, that could easily rip.
Yeah, so I took it out of the packaging. I've got one loose on display, and then since I didn't throw the packaging away, I just put mine in the packaging, in the original Forgotten King packaging, and I did the same thing with Dracula. So here is the Dracula.
That is cool.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool in the nice window box packaging. Um, so I have two eraser figures pre-ordered. I'm going to save the packaging for both of those and um, put mine in.
He's the Invisible Man guy, right? With the bandages.
Yes. I think he's supposed to, if the backstory, if I remember the backstory right, he's like the grandson of the original Invisible Man.
Right. Yeah, that's good stuff.
And then we mentioned on the last show that, son of a bitch, that the Fresh Monkey Fiction had done a restock of a lot of their product, and I was able to get here's the 4-inch version of the Declan Van Helsing figure.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's got a different wardrobe than the other guy than the 6-inch version,
He does. So he's got a like a leather coat, like almost like a motorcycle jacket.
and two different crossbows.
Yeah, he's got a like a shoulder mounted, big shoulder mounted one, and then like a pistol one built on like it looks like a Glock frame. So I just before the show bought a second one of these. I'm gonna do a custom to make it look more like the 6-inch version. I could get the 6-inch version and compare the two. Let me do that real quick while JD's fucking around with that. That's what's nice about having everything on display is it's so easy to find stuff to pull it out. All right. So here's the 6-inch version next to the 4-inch version.
Nice.
Yeah.
My God, that crossbow is so well done.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. Uh,
I feel like one of those crossbows. I feel like Scarlet needs something like that because they keep sticking her with crappy crossbows in the classified line.
it's definitely one of the better crossbows uh in 1/18th scale that I've ever seen for sure. Um I that's one of the other reasons I bought a second figure was for the accessories for a custom. So I'm just glad that they restocked those that I was able to get another one. And I just bought it. So I mean they are still in stock. There is a limit of two. They did sell out of the 4-inch Forgotten King figures.
Not really surprised. He's cool looking.
He is.
Um, oh yeah, you made a custom of him before the 4-inch version came out, right?
No, I made a custom with the 4-inch version.
Or that's what I mean. Like it was like early in the line, right? Like I think it was your
Uh,
first newly created Monster Force guy because you had that Frankenstein that became Operation Monster Force right away.
it was one of the new ones. I essentially what I did was kind of made it a like I took I made him a battle armor and then I took a little bit of a lot from GI Joe because I mean a lot of these all of this whole line is based on meshing other lines, other ideas together into one thing. So I didn't really have a problem with doing it. So I took the battle armor idea from the battle armor Cobra Commander, and then I did the colors in Serpentor colors, so it's gold and green.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I remember.
And I've got it right
Yeah,
here.
good stuff. Got all these extra.
So it's an amalgamation of the Forgotten King, Serpentor, and battle armor Cobra Commander.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Yeah, that's cool. Um,
So yeah, that is my custom. It was one of the last ones I've done. I haven't done any recently because I've just been out of ideas, and I'm waiting for them to restock some of the other stuff. So now that I've got another Van Helsing on the way, I'll do uh, a custom of him more in line
um,
with the 4-inch guys. I'll just use like a Joy Toy figure, I think.
the weapon is well detailed and
Yeah,
fully painted.
they're fantastic. They did a. There is nothing about this line that is not amazing.
One figure in, and I agree. Man, that's good stuff.
It would be so easy to just like spend a lot of money really quickly on these guys because there is stuff that is available and in stock, which surprises me. Um, and once you get it in hand, you're like, oh man, these are really nice figures.
Putting the vampire head back on, yeah. Or the flip up helmet. That is so cool.
Right? Yeah, no, I absolutely love these figures.
Um,
And as soon as the new ones drop and ship, we will be doing another episode to do the unboxing of those particular figures.
yeah, because I'll be looking forward to seeing you unbox all those. These are really good.
And we not for lack of trying, but we can't seem to get Bill to return our emails or texts or anything to get him back on the show.
I feel like he's got a lot going on.
Yeah, I see him on other podcasts, which is just kind of frustrating. And we've talked to the Grindhouse guy and who's really good friends with him, and he has talked to Bill, and Bill has said that he would be on the show, but we just can't get in touch with him to schedule something.
Someday, damn it, someday.
Yeah, hopefully. And they have recently put up um I won't call them, they're more like drawings than I would consider than like what Hasbro puts up for renders of some of the like wave 3 stuff too. So there's going to be a couple figures that are
So
going to.
it's pretty much any day now they're gonna get the wave two stuff, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Um,
It shipped from, I saw the post that they put up when the cargo ship shipped, and they said they were hoping to have the stuff by the end of September. And here we are almost 2 weeks into October, and I don't know.
well, it'll happen soon enough.
I think
Um,
it's going to be any day now. I was
um,
really hoping to have this stuff at the same time JD got his first one was so we could do this all in one episode, but it's going to be a two-parter.
well, that's all right because the wait for Big Bad Toy Store to ship and the wait for the DHL website to update for the tracking was maddening.
I kept getting these texts while I was at work about his frustrations with both Big Bad Toy Store and DHL. So
Yeah. Right, yeah, so all right, first Operation Monster Force figure. I won't be able to get all of them, but there's a couple that I really want, like General Brown in the uh in the, in the realistic dress greens for the army, and as a bonus, he happens to look just like Carl Weathers. So
Yeah, they're all there isn't one that I would say, nah, you could probably skip that one. Of
no, because you skipped a couple, and then look what happened. So
I did skip a couple, so I bought just the ones that I wanted, and then when I got them in hand, I'm like, oh, these are fucking amazing. I mean, just the like I said, the quality of the figure in and of itself is amazing. The paint apps, the detail, the sculpt, the build, the quality of the plastic from start to finish is top notch. So yeah, when I got the ones that I ordered in hand, I went back and ordered the ones that I didn't have.
might as well open torch too while I'm here.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
because at RetroCon, I got Buzzer for cheap, and so when I got home, I went to GameStop and they had Ripper, and then I got Monkey Wrench from Amazon 2 weeks ago.
and you already
Um,
have Road Pig.
yeah, yeah, I've got Road Pig, and then I've got Naugahyde.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't remember if you had gotten Nagahide or not.
yeah, because a friend of mine out of state found him on clearance, and he bought him, and I'm like, oh, do they have more? He's like, now to send you this one. I'm like, sweet. Um, yeah, so really, we're just waiting on Thrasher.
Yeah, you
Waiting.
have to think that he'll be coming at some point in time.
I would like them to do. I would like them to do Thrasher and then go back and do Thrasher again when they do a Thunder Machine. I don't really want to wait on the Thunder Machine to get Thrasher, but because Ripper and Thrasher are my favorite Dreadnoughts, so um,
And I would have to think that Zanzibar is coming as well.
I hope so. And if they did an updated air skiff, that would be okay too.
I I think that they will. That's my prediction is they're going to do something along the lines of what they did with Serpentor. It's going to be a figure and a vehicle, and it's going to be, 120 bucks. But it'll be an updated version of it. It'll be pretty decent. Um, yeah. I was not a big Dreadnoks fan when I was a kid. I liked them in the comic books, but I only had two of the figures. I only had Monkey Wrench and Ripper when I was a kid.
um, I had I had all the Dreadnoks, and then later on, when the Joe versus Cobra line came out, and then Pursuit of Cobra, they added a couple more Dreadnoks. I'm really hoping the Burnout, Storm Rider, and the Chaos guy from the figure subscription service. I'm really hoping that they all get classified figures. Um,
Just
yeah,
thinking,
here's Ripper.
trying to remember Burnout's name, I couldn't remember it.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
Zanzibar. I had Zanzibar when I was a kid, so I had three of them, I guess.
um, yeah. Zanzibar was one of those when I was a kid that I didn't. He fit just fine with the Dreadnoks. I didn't. I never really know what to do with him. But he's one that I've appreciated more and more as I've gotten older. And I've met people that, well, they have the social grace of the Dreadnoks, and I'm like, yeah, I can really appreciate Zanzibar now.
Yeah. I think most of the time when I played, the Dreadnoks were like fodder, and they were either KIA or captured. So
Um, did you when well, you only had a couple of them, but did they talk in the voices from the cartoon? Because in my head, they all sound like the voices in the cartoon, and I there's no separating those four characters from those voices.
uh-uh. No,
Um,
100% they talked in the voices from the cartoon.
uh, the front of Torch's uh, well, flamethrower has. Wait a minute. It's got a skull with flaming eyes,
Oh,
like
sweet.
flames coming out of the eyes. That is badass.
Huh, all right. Yeah, I thought about
And
getting myself, but then I'm like, no, if I get one, then I got to get them all, and I don't want them all, and they're
well, pretty much as soon as Hasbro put out the Dreadnoks, I was like, someday I'm going to end up with them. There was no doubt someday I would, but I figured not really in a hurry. And once I do get one, then I'm going to want the rest, and that's what happened. So, the
that's I think
um
that's gonna be good enough for me, as I'll just be vicarious through you, and the
um
fact that you have them is enough for me.
yeah, because I'm pretty much just waiting on I'm like all the oh yeah because yeah Road Pig I had him pre-ordered. So I think the rest of the Dreadnoks they come out with because I had Xandar pre-ordered, so that's pretty much going to be the mission from here on. I will say this: I like the attention to detail. There were some complaints that on his that on the pro on the fuel tank for his backpack, uh, it says Knox rule, but Knox is spelled Noks. But that was deliberate because if you look at the file card for Torch, it says um um his uh, his sudden outburst of violence is matched only by, or his penchant for sudden outbursts of violence is matched only by the depth of his stupidity. And I love that because, yeah, of course he would misspell Dreadnoks on his own thing because dumb as rocks. Um, um, Now, I really like the chords in the classified line. They
Yes,
don't pop off the weapons easily, and they're nice and detailed and
they're very flexible.
very, yes, I'm happy about that because,
I think they did a good job updating that particular piece of equipment. I guess if we're gonna throw some GI Joe stuff in here, I recently picked up the convention exclusive Cobra Lethal.
oh, nice.
So Frag Viper Commander. Um, because as everybody knows, I am a huge specialty Viper collector and trying to collect as many of the specialty Vipers as I can. Um, the I'm stuck on the convention exclusives because there's a convention exclusive um Tombstone from back in the day, and I've only seen one recently, and the guy wanted like $225 for it, and he's the Shock Viper Commander. So,
Oh, Claymore. You mean Claymore?
sorry, yeah, Claymore. Sorry, thank you.
Um, um,
I have the modern update, but the convention exclusive one, O-ring one, eludes me still just due to the price. I saw somebody had one for sale the other day. I'm like, ooh, because it was in a claim sale. So I kept refreshing the page, hoping I'm like, ooh, if it's reasonable, I'm gonna get it. And then it was $225. I'm like, I don't think so.
Not reasonable. No, no. Um, all right. Well, now that I've got all four of them, I'll have to get some pictures later of all of them together because I'll say this: it's clear that the people working on Classified all grew up as big nerds for GI Joe and were big fans, but the amount of effort that they put into these characters is really, really forever impressive to me. So, yeah, good stuff. So, after a successful 9 month wait for Big Bad Toy Store to send this stuff to me, I'm pretty happy with it. Remember, remember as a kid, you'd send away for something and it would say, allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
Please, yeah.
Kind of like ordering from Big Bad. That's what it feels like.
I hadn't
It's not really Big
thought
Bad
about it,
Toy
but
Store's
yeah,
fault.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it's just how it feels sometimes. Because sometimes as an adult, you go back and you revert to feeling like a kid, and you're like, oh my god, this is taking forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that's I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, no, it's yeah, you're absolutely right. Because when I don't I am a very big proponent of the pile of loot for Big Bad Toy Store, which is one of the reasons I use it most of the time for stuff, unless somebody gets something in stock before Big Bad Toy Store and I really, really want it. So I will go. It used to be limitless. They would hold it for as long as you wanted. And because I used it in Afghanistan a lot, or well, when I was working overseas, because I'd be gone for several months at a time. So I would just let all my stuff pile up, and then right before I left site to come home, I would hit a couple days before I would hit ship, so it would be waiting for me, or shortly thereafter when I got home.
you'd have 2 truckloads of toys though.
I mean, one year, it was three big boxes because I was out of the country for a year, and I had three or four big, like
Nice.
big, big bad toy store
Yeah,
boxes.
like the biggest boxes they offer is what they were using to ship your loot.
Yeah, and there was like three or four of those, and I was like 2009, 2010. So it was right in the middle of like the 30th anniversary Star Wars stuff. So I had like two AT-TEs in there, Battle Rancor, all of the figures, ton of GI Joe stuff. So yeah, it was like Christmas. And it's waiting for the stuff to come into stock, Big Bad Toy Store to package it, and the ship it is indeed like mail is waiting for your mail away GI Joe figure to come in. I that, but yeah, no, that's a very good analogy.
But yeah, we just wanted to I wanted to unbox this guy on camera. Um so yeah, we'll do a part two of this once you get your um meanwhile, I'm gonna go look and just see which ones are offered for pre-order now, just out of mild curiosity.
Absolutely.
Um
So yeah, I there like I said, there's going to be four variations on this particular figure. JD has the urban operation one. This is the one with the tan and red gear is the nocturnal operations one. And then there's going to be a big bad toy store. It says it's an exclusive figure. Everything's exclusive.
I was gonna say, aren't they all exclusive? Because they're calling it what, Big Bad Workshop now, right?
Yeah. Everything's gonna, although Fresh Monkey Fiction has their own page, so maybe some of this stuff's gonna show up on
Ah,
Fresh Monkey
okay.
Fiction's website. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that says that it is. I think all of the 6-inch Monster Force stuff is exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. So the fact of them saying this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive figure doesn't make any sense to me. And it's called uh the figures Delta Red Nightshade, I think. And then yeah, there's gonna be a 4-inch version of the Delta Red coming out later this year, or probably early next year at this point in time. Yeah, Nightshade. T Big Bad 25th Big Bad Toy Store 25th anniversary exclusive figure is what it is. So yeah, there's three different versions of the 6-inch and then one 4-inch version. It's very hard to keep track of all of this stuff.
It is. Um,
If I had any complaint about this line, this would be it, is there is so much stuff and that it's that it and some of it is very close related to others because it's like the same class of troopers. that it's difficult to make sure that if you are a completist, it's difficult to make sure that you're getting one of each.
I was gonna say because I'm looking through the page on Big Bad Toy Store just that because they have them individually listed, and holy crap, it is a lot to yeah, it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah,
But
it's a
man,
lot.
some it's
I had to sit down a couple of different times to and with like two browsers open to make sure to look at what I had pre-ordered and what was available for pre-order and in stock to make sure that I had as well as my figures in hand. So I was looking at like three different things at one time, three or four different things at one time to make sure that I had um my
oh, and there's gear sets and a set with different heads and hands.
thank you. I was going to mention that too, but I had forgotten about that. There is a gear set for the Delta Red figures.
Oh, yes, there is. Well, now just curious. There's another Delta Red head. There's gray, more helmets, all kinds of armaments, and
Yeah.
a riot shield.
Yes.
Wow.
I did pre-order that actually. So it's like I said, if all of this stuff hits at once, I'm gonna have to pick up a couple extra shifts at work.
Um, you might have to work for a solid week straight. Um, because it's a lot, but man, it's so cool.
Yeah, I absolutely love the backstory. Like I said, there is a if you're wanting to know more about the the universe,
Yeah, there it is.
there
Yeah, it's got yeah, Operation Monster Force Declassified Season 1, Volume 1 digital download.
yeah, and it's free. And
So,
it downloads as a PDF and the art is really good. The storyline is great. I would love to see a comic book based on this. Um, I don't know. That's one of the reasons we'd like to have Bill on the shows. Like, is there a comic book plan to this based off of the stuff? And they've done a couple, or at least one YouTube video where they talk about some of the backstory. So look for Fresh Monkey Fiction's YouTube page, and they talk a little bit about the
oh,
backstory.
I didn't realize they had a YouTube page. I will have to look that up.
Yeah.
But
Um, but the world building that went into this is just it's phenomenal.
and I'm a sucker for any any sort of world building that's really clearly well thought out. Um, like that can get me on board with series is that I don't normally. I might start the show, but if they've got a lot of world building in the writing, I'm like, ooh, that can hook me. So this could be the same way. So good
Absolutely.
stuff.
I've mentioned it on the show a couple of times. There's three things that I particularly look at when I review a figure: the packaging, the playability, and the customizability. Um, and if all three of those for it for me to consider it a perfect figure, all three of those things have to be top notch. This particular figure to me is a perfect figure. The
I agree.
the packaging is phenomenal. Whether you are a mint and box collector, um, like I said, I don't have the Delta Red box in front of me like JD does, but I mean, we've got the comic book art on the inside, the window box with the bubble tray. Um, the boxes are numbered with the figure on the side. So if you are a mint and box collector, they look like when they're on the shelf, they look like books. So it looks like you have a library with not a library, a set of encyclopedias with the volume number on the box.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
I'll have that.
just
Oh,
brief,
that's cool.
yeah, brief description of the figure on the box. Um, I don't want to sound like a complete asshole, but I like the fact that these are geared for the English speaking audience because it's not there's room for a ton of backstory instead of one small paragraph in three different languages. which Hasbro has been doing the last few years. Believe me,
I really just missed the file cards. I really wish the classified line had the file cards, but
I have
no.
nothing against having stuff for other markets because that helps drive the line for sure. But yeah, I miss having the amount of world building that can happen just by having one language on the box. So I
Yeah,
for
because when we were a kid, the file cards, even if you didn't have access to the cartoon or the comic, the file cards had all you really needed to know about the character, and you could build your adventures from there. Um,
having the foreign figures added a level of collectability that hasn't been there in any other toy line. So, I mean,
Agreed.
you had the Action Force stuff, you had the Fun School stuff from India, you had the stuff from the Australia from Brazil. I mean, that I get the fact that they're saving money by putting several different languages on one package, but at the same time, kind of decreasing the aftermarket collectability just a little bit, which for some people, I mean, that's a huge thing to get the China. There was a Chinese version, is the foreign figures. I mean, that's one of the things that like my wife and I were talking about right now because like I said, I had gotten the Cobra Lito recently, and I was looking at the Brazilian version yesterday. Without gear, the cheapest one was $400.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't have guessed that high, but I was gonna say it pricey, no matter what. All those Brazilian release figures are.
With gear, there was one just the gear, so no file card, no packaging, not carded. It was loose. It looked decent condition. $1,500.
Wow,
Because we were
that's
talking about what we would do if we won the lottery. I'm like, I would buy a lot of toys, but and she's like,
maybe not a Leto figure.
yeah, I would if because I told her I'm like, I probably wouldn't buy a lot of toys. I would just buy a few
A
really,
few really expensive ones.
yeah. So yeah, I would totally get a Brazilian Lethal figure if money was not an option. Um, but we were talking about what I consider a perfect figure. So the packaging, I mean, it's got Velcro on the window, the box. So I mean, you can display them like this with them open. You can display them closed. You can display them like the set of encyclopedias. Um, the playability is amazing. The joints, they're very well articulated. Um, they do not feel cheap in any way, shape, or form. They the the gear that comes with them, like I said, there's four different heads that you can do with just this one particular figure, and most all of the figures come with interchangeable heads of some fashion. All the troop builders do for sure. The unique individual characters, I think, come with I think the yeah the Count Dracula comes with two heads. I think the Forgotten King just comes with one head, and I think Van Helsing just comes with one head. But I'd have to double check. I don't remember right off the top of my head, honestly. But the playability is fantastic. And as far as customizability, I mean, you can customize with just what comes in the box because you can't put all of the gear on the figure as it is.
Oh yeah.
So the all the gear pegs into the vest and you can change it up. So I mean the knife could go here, the grenades could go on back. Um, the loadouts on the thigh rigs could be different because I've got them different on each one of my guys. Um, and then what whatever you wanted to do to for a for customizing or painting these things, the sky is the limit.
Have you seen a lot of customs of these guys yet?
No, I haven't.
Now I'm curious. Now I feel the need to go looking for customs people have made from them.
There is a Facebook group collectors, Operation Monster Force collectors and customizers page.
Ah,
I'll send you a link to it.
oh, okay. All right. Yeah, cool. Um,
That is one of the few groups that I still do post my customs in. I just haven't done one since earlier this year. And they do have contests. But it's also a good since there's collectors in the group, it's always I follow that one to see when announcements are made because they usually post it shortly after an announcement is made on social media. I think that's about it for this particular episode. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. As always, please do that fun social media stuff. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about the Operation Monster Force line, what figures you have, what figures you're looking forward to, what you'd like to see in the line. And, we're still trying to get Bill Murphy on the show, hopefully at some point in time. Until then, as always, thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody. All right. Bye.